I'm going to just step away, and you know the drill, so go ahead and make me a pizza.
Okay, well, we're going to show you a few. We make a pizza dough, which is really easy to do. There are only 5 ingredients. You know, you have water, flour, yeast, olive oil, salt, and a little honey. It's 5 or 6. Maybe I get confused a little bit. But it's very simple. And then you let it rest, and you form little balls, flatten them out, and then you stretch it by hand. Now, if you would make it at home, you might have to roll it out with a rolling pin, but I learned that since I was a kid, so my mother used to make them to me. If I didn't stretch it over, I didn't get any pizza. So, you stretch it nice and thin, but I want to have the lid on the side, so that way you have a little crust around. Now, some people in Italy, like in Napoli, they don't have the crust around, but I like to have the chewiness at the end. Now, we also make a pizza which became very well known. We make it for the Oscars and for a lot of our people. It's the pizza with smoked salmon. Now, we stretch it all the same way as here, but we don't cook it with the smoked salmon. We just take the crust, put some onions on it, and then put a dill cream on it and smoked salmon on it. If you want a little caviar, a little salmon egg, which is great for champagne or for any time of the night or for lunch.
You know, I got to tell you, I call them for a month in advance. I say every day I call them. Can I get a job as like a waiter or server just to go to the after party?
Yeah.
And you know, it's funny, he never called me back once.
All right, go ahead. I thought this is well below your classification to be a waiter or a cook. Okay, naturally, a little olive oil is always good. Okay, put them on both. Okay, here I have some red onions, sliced very thinly or finely. All right. Okay, so let's put this one in the oven already. Very fancy spatula here we have. See, it's important to put flour on the table because if not it will stick. So at home if you put it on a cutting board, put semolina on it or flour on it, that way it doesn't stick so you can get it off the board. Okay, here we have the pizza. Now you always start with a little bit of cheese. Here we have mozzarella. I like a little bit of goat cheese too because it gives it a little bit of the bite. Okay, this is fresh goat cheese. You have to be careful with old goat cheese because our older goat cheese is very salty sometimes because when it dries out the salt remains, so it's not very good to eat. Okay, here we have a few vegetables. So fennel maybe. I love prosciutto, so we're going to make a prosciutto pizza. A little garlic, caramelized garlic. I cook it in olive oil. So that way it's easier to digest. Here we have prosciutto. And then maybe we need a little color, so let's put a few tomato slices. Anything else you would like on it?
You know, we can call this the Dining Chicago Pizza, I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. We can give it any kind of name now. You watch this one in the afternoon. Don't run it.
Okay, I'm with you. I'm watching you.
Okay, good. What else do you have? A few mushrooms maybe. Why not a few mushrooms? Okay, we top it off with a little bit of Parmesan. And a little bit of fresh thyme. Okay, so it's very easy to do, very simple, and it cooks very fast. Okay, you see this one is in just for a few minutes. You see it start to pop up already because it's a yeast dough. Now we make the smoked salmon ourselves here, that's why it's really, really first-class smoked salmon.
Now, this is your signature pizza.
Absolutely, yeah, you can see how thinly sliced it. Look at that, you can see through almost. So that's really perfect for smoked salmon. You know, you don't want to have smoked salmon which is cut really thick. And you see the texture. If you buy it in a store, generally it's very meaty and oily tasting, but this one is really fresh. We make it healthy. We don't want to overcook it because it gets too hard after. So it shouldn't be like a cracker. It should be nice and crispy outside, you can see, and then it's soft inside. Then we spread it with a little bit of our dill cream. You can use sides in it or any herbs you like. We basically sour cream or creme fraiche. And I got the idea so when I made that bagel. The last, you know, once we ran out of bread, so I said, oh my God, we have smoked salmon, what are we going to put on it? And I was playing around, and then I said, you know, let's use the pizza dough. And I put the pizza dough on the side, it didn't look right. I said, you know, I'm going to make one just like a bagel with the smoked salmon, and now people make it all over the place.
When you come up with most of your recipes, do you do it? Do you sit down trying to do it, or do you just sort of experiment like, well, you know, with this piece, or both?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of both. Sometimes you see an ingredient which is wonderful, you see it in the market or something, you say, oh, I'm going to try to make something out of that. And then you try, And it doesn't come out always right away, right? You know, I'm not only different than a home cook in a way, you know?
Yeah.
It takes time to make it really perfect. It's rare that it comes out the first time perfect. You know, I would be a genius not to cook after that. Okay, and here I have a little bit of golden caviar.
Is this a freshwater caviar?
This is caviar white fish eggs, really. We call it golden caviar. It's very good because it gives a little saltiness to it. And okay. And here we have a wonderful appetizer. All we need is a glass of champagne and we're all right.